Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat mga kababayan at welcome back dito po sa PNR. At ito nga po mga kababayan, breaking news. Sabay-sabay na humarap si Marcoleta at Vice President Sara Duterte sa Kamara. Binasag ang mga kongresista. Nako mga kababayan, yan po ang ating alamin at bibigyan ng komento mula po ito kay Pinas News Insider. Nasa description po ang full video link ng video ito. Subscribe na po kayo. Pero bago po natin na simulan pakinggan, panoorin at bigyan ng komento ang video ito. Eto mga kababayan, may bago pong statement ang ating Pangulo, no? At bibigyan po natin ng reaksyon yan. At eto pong pagbara ni Vice President Sara Duterte dito po sa Kongreso mga kababayan, no? Eto po, unahin po muna natin itong statement, no, pahayag ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. Ito po mga ka-review natin. So ito po yon, mula po to sa JME News 1 hour ago mga kababayan. Ito po ang sabi ng ating President Bongbong Marcos Jr. Let us continue to live by our constitution mandate that public office is a public trust. Nako. We should remain transparent, accountable to all our people, and to serve them with integrity, loyalty, and efficiency. Nako, yan mga kababayan ang sabi ni President Bongbong Marcos Jr. Yan mga karibin natin. Nasaan po yung... Ito opinion lang po ito. Nasabi niya, we should remain transparent. O unahin po natin yung transparent, tapos may accountability pa at integrity. Nasaan po yung transparency? Mukhang nagiging real talk lang mga kababayan. Ang nagiging transparent lang po sa mata ng taong bayan ngayon ay si Vice President Sara Duterte. Paano ko po nasabi yun mga kababayan? Si Vice President Sara Duterte pa lang po ang inaudit ng COA. Di ba? Nasaan po yung iba? Di ba? Inaudit na po ng COA si Vice President Sara Duterte doon sa Department of Education na wala iba, clear opinion. Walang bahid ng korupsyon yung kanyang paninilbihan diyan sa DepEd. Transparent po 'yan, no? Pagdating naman po sa Office of the Vice President, grabe naman po yung mga tanong-tanong nila, kaya nainis ng ating Vice Presidente at hindi na po sinagot. Di ba? Kasi po yung sagot nandun na sa COA . Yung COA po yung sumagot. Dito naman sa ating presidente, nasaan po yung sinasabi yung transparent na meron yung gustong magtanong sa kanyang budget, no? Pero hindi na pinatanong. Accountability mga kababayan. Sino po ang accountable sa nangyayari sa Pilipinas ngayon? Sino po yung accountable sa 5,500 flood control project? Sa 20 pesos na kilo ng bigas? Sa libreng pabahay, 1 milyon bawat taon? Sino po ang accountable diyan? Loyalty. Sino po ang mga loyal, may integridad, no? Well, anyway, mga karibin natin, kayo na lang pong bahala, kayo na lang pong magbigay ng opinion nyo kasi lahat naman po tayo ay entitled na magbigay ng kanya-kanyang opinion, right? At ito na nga mga kababayan, yung paunang video natin na kung saan talagang palaban, itong si Vice President Sara Duterte. Ito mga karibin natin, pakinggan po natin to.
May request the COMSEC to administer the oath of the invited guests and resource persons.
Dito sila nadali mga kababayan. Akala nila hindi handa si Vice President, no?
To all the resource persons invited, kindly stand up and raise your right hand. please. Representatives and resource persons from the Office of the Vice President, COA, and DBM po. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, the Honorable
yes,
Vice
when you
President.
sent a letter to the Office of the Vice President, you attached a copy of the rules
Okay.
in aid of legislation.
Yes po.
Yes, sir. Nakalagay po doon na witnesses lang po ang ino-oath. Sabi niyo po, ngayon sa amin, resource persons kami.
Ang ano po, considered as resource person po.
Ang ano po.
Kayo po.
Kaya nga po,
Yes po. Lahat po ino-oath po.
yes, nakalagay po sa rules ninyo, witnesses. Nakalagay po dito ngayon sa table, resource persons.
Lahat po considered as resource person and witness. Lahat po naman kayo, lahat resource person pa eh. Wala pa naman po tayong tinatawag na, lahat po considered as resource person pa lang po.
Right. Opo. Ang nasa rules ninyo, witnesses lang po ang nag-o-oath. Wala po kayong rules sa resource persons.
Nako yan, mga kabayan, ha? Unang birada pa lang. Ha? Talagang palaban na po ito. Ha? Si Vice President Sara Duterte, hindi na po ito yung kilala nating Vice President Sara Duterte na tahimik nung una, di ba? Dito sa hearing na ito talagang pinapakita niya na, no? Na talagang handa siya. At ito, nga po yung chairperson, no? Akala niya siguro yung resource person at saka witness ay isa lang. Well, anyway mga kaubayan, eto, panoorin po natin ang kabuuan ng video niyan. Wherein, pati si Congressman Marcoleta pala ay nagsalita dito. No? Eto, pakinggan po natin mga kaubayan at bigyan po natin ng reaction to.
Diba? We will now proceed to before we proceed to the interpellation proper, the chair will recognize the Honorable Vice President for her message. Yes, ma'am. You are recognized, ma'am.
A message, sir, or my statement regarding the point of order? Message? Mga kababayan, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum, Warakmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Madayaw, mayong adlaw, kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. The officials of the Office of the Vice President, as well as each and every one of our satellite office leads, were in receipt of a letter from the chairman of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability dated September 13, 2024, requesting our presence or that of our duly authorized representatives in today's initial deliberation with preliminary determination on privilege speech number 379. In view of the said letter, I am appearing before you today not only as the head of office, but more importantly as the duly authorized representative of all officials of the OVP.
Wait lang mga kabayan, isingit ko lang kasi di ba itong nabanggit po yung privilege speech, no, kung saan nanggaling itong kanilang hearing. No, si Congressman Marcoleta po mga kabayan, no, napanood din po natin minsan na sinasabi niyang ako nga meron na akong mga naging privilege speech diyan pero hindi naman binigyan ng pansin, no, hindi inupuan ng hearing, no. Ano ba ang pino-point out ko mga kabayan? Ibig sabihin kung ito ay tungkol sa mga Duterte, talagang dapat upuan at bigyan ng pansin or bigyan ng oras para mag-hearing. Pero pag ito po ay kapakanan ng taong bayan, kahit Congressman Marcoleta pa ang nagsabi niyan, di ba? About sa mga kuryente. Hindi po yan bibigyan nila ng pansin. Nako, bistado na talaga ito.
Simply because we have not done anything wrong. There is no misuse of funds. If there are audit findings, we shall gladly respond to them before the Commission on Audit. And if there are legitimate cases to be filed, then we shall gladly respond to them before the appropriate courts. In relation to this, may I just say that I take notice of the opening speeches and nasabi doon, there is a determination of misfeasance, nonfeasance, and malfeasance. And those are cases that should properly be taken in the courts of law. What we are witnessing now is no ordinary legislative inquiry. This exercise is a well-funded and coordinated political attack. This much is evident from the very words of the privileged.
So yan mga kababayan, maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw. This is a political attacks mga kababayan. Hindi po ito simpleng hearing-hearing lang. Political attacks, in-identify na po ni Vice President Sara Duterte that this is a political attack.
Speech that prompted this inquiry. A speech that simply meant to say, do not vote for Sara on 2028. It is clear to me that this inquiry is not about misused funds, accountability, or governance. Instead, it is solely aimed at discrediting my name and my office to prevent future political contests. I have publicly stated my reasons as to why I've chosen not to defend the OVP's budget proposal for 2025. I have narrated the issues I encountered in previous years, which can easily be confirmed by looking at the NEP, the GAB, and the GAA for fiscal years 2023 and 2024. Further, I have even shared the drama that transpired last year regarding the confidential funds. Hence, just as we have done last year, we again leave the 2025 OVP budget to the pleasure of Congressman Martin Romualdez. I am not asking for any special treatment, nor am I asking you to uphold any tradition. There is no disrespect. All I am saying is that you have the complete freedom to do whatever you wish with the OVP budget. If you feel that all the documentary submissions are not enough, then by all means, huwag kayo magbigay ng budget. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ang budget ang punteriya ninyo. Dahil napakadali naman magtanggal ng budget. What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment.
Nako, yan mga kababayan. Make a case for impeachment. Alam niyo mga kababayan, yan rin po yung naiisip natin di ba? Kasi hindi po sila nagtagumpay, no? Doon sa Department of Education. At hindi rin po sila nagtagumpay doon sa budget deliberation ng Office of the Vice President. Kaya eto mga kababayan, another committee na naman po. Misuse of funds daw ang kanilang pag-uusapan dito, no? Pero sabi ni VP Sara, hindi yan totoo. Ang gusto nyo lang talaga ay maghanap ng grounds na para ay impeach siya. Ano sa palagay nyo mga kababayan? Exciting ba?
Hindi naman ako kakandidato sa nalalapit na eleksyon. Hindi ako namumulitika. Ang ginagawa ko lamang ay ang pagtupad sa aking oath of office at campaign platforms na trabaho, edukasyon, at mapayapang pamumuhay. Sinabi ko na noon at ilang beses ko nang inulit na hindi ako ang problema ng bayan na ito. Ang totoong problema ng bayan ay kagutuman, kahirapan, iligal na droga, kriminalidad, terorismo, hindi na sapat na healthcare, kalidad ng edukasyon, kawalan ng plano ng infrastruktura para sa disasters, at marami pang iba. So, you may try to destroy me, you can skin me alive, and throw my ashes to the wind. But let it be known, you will find me unbowed. I will continue to serve the Filipino people no matter the personal cost or political intrigue. Having said that, I will not allow myself to be subjected to an inquiry based on an empty privilege speech just so you can attack me and do indirectly what you failed to do directly during the budget hearings. I therefore request this committee to terminate this inquiry for its clear lack of any proposed legislation or
So yan mga kabayan, gusto nang tapusin ni Vice President kasi wala naman talagang basihan. Wala pong basihan itong hearing na ito. Diba? Ito ay naghahanap lang po sila ng masasabi or magiging kaso, no? Kay Vice President Sara Duterte para maging grounds for impeachment. Ano kaya ang masasabi ng Mr. Chair na ito,
substantive matter for discussion. Shukran.
The committee cannot rule on that because the committee already took cognizance of this privilege speech. Anyway, we will now proceed. Next, we will recognize the
Mr.
representative from COA,
Mr. Chair,
ay Congressman Marcoleta.
may I please raise a parliamentary inquiry?
What is your parliamentary inquiry?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The rules of the committee says that this committee only acquires jurisdiction on matters of nonfeasance, misfeasance, malfeasance. And under Section 2, Mr. Chair of the rules, there should be a prior determination whether or not these malfeasance, nonfeasance, and misfeasance are directly or specifically relating to the persons charged of this. Has this committee made a prior determination of this? And if so, when did it happen? And where is the order specifying that the committee has just reached a prior determination? This is very important, Mr. Chair, because the rules also says that after determining or making a prior determination, this committee will set an order, and that is the only way that this committee acquire jurisdiction over the person's subject matter of this inquiry. And that particular order of prior determination will set out the parameters. If I can make a comparison, Mr. Chair, in regular court, it is called pre-trial order, where the parameters of the inquiry, the presentation of evidence or explanations or allegations are limited to that set of stipulation. So considering, Mr. Chair, and I assume that there is no prior determination, I do not think how we can start the meeting today. Because
So ibig po bang sabihin ni Congressman Marcoleta, mga kababayan, wala silang ebidensya na maipapakita bilang basihan, no? Ganitong usapan. Diba? Ano po yung kanilang kasi sinasabi ni Congressman Marcoleta, walang hindi pa sila nakapag-determine, di ba? Kung ano yung pag-uusapan. Ayun nga yung pinag-uusapan, pero kailan nangyari? Di ba? Mukhang dito pa lang, mga kababayan, sa pag-uumpisa pa lang, meron ng kapalpakan itong kongreso na ito.
because we are supposed to observe the rules. I'm referring to Section 2 of the rules of this committee, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. To answer that, Congressman Marcoleta, we have already ruled on the preliminary determination a while ago. Medyo na late na po kayo. Now, with respect to the with respect to your inquiry that if we can proceed with this, considering that this is an investigation of malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance, let me walk you through let me walk you ito, through the definition of
prepared po
good
sila.
government and public accountability. It provides that all matters directly and principally relating to malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance in office committed by officers and employees of the government and its political subdivision and instrumentalities, inclusive of investigations of any matter of public interest on its own initiative or upon order of the House. For the information of everybody, the issue on confidential fund is a matter of public interest. Lahat
No, mga kababayan, no? Public interest pa lang gusto nila dito eh. Bakit hindi nyo imbestigahan yung PhilHealth? Mas gusto namin yun eh. Diba? Mas gusto ng publiko na imbestigahan nyo po yung paggamit ng 89 billion something, diba? Na i-transfer sa gobyerno. Diba? Mas gugustuhin namin makinig doon para malaman ng tao kung saan ba talaga gagamitin yan. No? Public interest pala ang gusto ninyo eh. Yun po ang interest ng taong bayan, ang malaman kung saan gagamitin, no? Yung 89 point something billion na pondo. At saka yung pondo ng yung tinatanong ni Congressman Marcoleta sana doon sa sa budget ng Kongreso, di ba? Na kung makikinabang ba yung taong bayan sa budget na sa budget na pinopropose ng Kongreso, di ba? Kung saan-saan pwedeng makinabang ang taong bayan. Yun po yung public interest. Ito pong ginagawa nila, hindi po ito public interest, mga kababayan. Interest lang po ito ng ilan. No? Na gustong-gusto talaga na ipin down. Yan nga eh. Si Vice President Sara Duterte.
po tayo ay interesado, hindi lamang po tayo, yung publiko po, interesado kung paano po ito nagamit.
No, mga kababayan, kayo lang po ang interesado dyan. Huwag nyo na pong isama ang publiko. Ako naman. Sinasabi ko nga po kanina, mga karibin natin, ang publiko po, ang interest nila. Imbestigahan. Yun nga po, mas interesado po kami dito sa sinasabi ni Vice President Sara Duterte na kahirapan, taas ng presyo ng mga bilihin. Yan po yung mga interesado kami kasi apektado po kami lahat dyan eh. Pero dito, nakikita namin, kayo lang po ang nakikinabang. Or, yung nasa likod lang ninyo yung nakikinabang, di ba?
Kaya yun po ang dahilan why this committee has jurisdiction over the subject matter.
But Mr.
Yes,
Chair,
Congressman Marcoleta.
Mr. Chair, under Section 5, there should be a record of preliminary determination. It says that the proceedings in the preliminary investigation or determination shall be recorded through stenographic notes. What you were mentioning are motu proprio cases. I am assuming that this committee started by way of a referral because of a privileged speech delivered on the floor by one of us. And so this is the main subject matter of this committee meeting, and to which we should first determine preliminarily whether or not this committee acquires jurisdiction. And I demand a record of preliminary determination under Section 5 because it says, upon termination thereof, Mr. Chair, the chairperson shall issue an order which shall recite in details the matters taken up. So what are the matters taken up, Mr. Chair? I think we should be able to comply with these elementary rules as specified in the governing rules.
Well, considering that we are still we have yet to proceed to the interpellation, we are still in the period of recognizing the resource person as well as the witness. With that, the chair declares 1 minute suspension.
Suspension na lang. Suspension lang po pala ang yung sagot nila kay Congressman Marcoleta. Hinahanapan na po sila eh. Well, anyway, mga kababayan, 1 minute suspension yung sinagot kay Congressman Marcoleta. Patawa talaga itong chair na ito, mga kababayan. No? Well, anyway, Ano man po ang inyong reaksyon, opinion patungkol po sa video nito, i-comment na lang po sa baba para at least lang po nating mga kababayan ang inyong opinion patungkol po dito, right? Maraming salamat po.